Okay, my video will be on computer vision by Amazon. So my team is looking at computer vision across several different sites and services. I will be focusing on Amazon. And you can see here under demos that there's actually a lot of different computer vision topics. And the one we are going to focus on is called label detection, in which you'll give it an image and it will detect the items within the image. So in order to use this yourself, you can create an Amazon Web Service account, and this is all free to test on AWS. So there's 3 images that my team is going to go through and compare their computer vision service on. This is the first. So you can see here we have percentages, we have objects. So some of these are not necessarily objects, but this is like context. Like this is interior design. It's not actually an object, but it can identify the shelf and the rug and the furniture. I don't know what it's calling furniture, but you'll see some of the items have boxes around them. So these are just for common items. It still is able to detect items that aren't boxed, but this is basically for more common items. So you can see the plate is detected here, and it's interesting because these are not being detected. It would show another box if these plates were also detected. So that's interesting to note. And of course the rug. And yeah, on the sides here, you'll see the % confidence within each. And I'll just move on to the next photo. So you can just change the photo here by putting a link or by uploading your own photo. So this is the second photo here that my team will be analyzing. You can see there's a lot more boxes, some of them even incorrect. That's not a kangaroo. So I want to talk a little bit about this image because it shows a little bit of generalization. For example, this is an eagle, but it calls it a bird. A flamingo is being called a bird, a toucan is being called a bird. So it is quite general. So I'm curious about how other services will classify this. It is quite confident in that there is a bird because there are obviously several. But yeah, it's interesting that they weren't able to break this down. Their labels aren't as specific as I would have hoped, but in general, their classifications are pretty good. You can see this is called a dog, and I think this is called like an antelope. It's hard to tell what that is, but that's what it calls it. So let's show more, and we can just take a look at these. The percentages are quite high, especially for the larger pictures where it's pretty clear. You can see tiger and elephant are up at the top. I believe that's an actual kangaroo, even though it's hard to see behind the box. And then we have some context, not necessarily objects, but some context fields: outdoors, nature, jungle, and zoo. I guess this is just because, when you see a variety of animals, it's going to consider that a zoo, even though this is technically not a zoo. And one other thing I want to mention, that it does seem to be able to tell that this is not a real photo, but it is actually just a painting. Okay, and the last... For this last image, we're going to actually look at the JSON response. So we can talk a little bit about the breakdown of the labels by Amazon. Oh, this is the wrong image. Go. No, that's not it. 1 second. Let me stop this recording here. Okay, we're back with the final photo here. You can see this is just a bunch of fruit. So same kind of classifications we talked about already. Citrus fruit, pretty general, although it does manage to classify grapefruit at 97%, even though it's not boxed. Orange and pineapple are the only things that are boxed here because they are considered common enough. Some context for food presentation, produce, brunch, not necessarily items, but anyways. So what I wanted to look at for this was going to be the response. So Amazon has these things called parents. So basically, the labels are formed in a hierarchy. So some items will have parents, some items will have children, and some items will have categories. So a berry would belong to this particular category. And I did just want to actually look at the bounding box, which is the box where it outlines exactly where it is. So let's see if I can find one. Okay, here, so pineapple. So this is where it drew a box around what it called a pineapple. You can see this box up here. So within that box, it's going to give you instances. So in this case, there's only one instance of a pineapple that it detected in this image, and it gives you these are the corners of a box, and it's telling you that it is 92% confident that completely within this box is where you'll find the pineapple. And if we keep going, we can find orange. So in this case, there's several instances, each of them with their own coordinates for where the box is drawn, as well as their own confidence within it. So you can see the confidence is quite low down here. I'm not sure which orange this one's referring to, but yeah, so it measures each individually. In fact, this is not even an orange, this is a lemon. So yeah, that's about it.